The blade dealer, make a nigga forfeit, yeah, cause I'm the realest. Hey, niggas talking short shit, nah, I need a million.
Big stepper, yeah, bitch, I be steppin'. Coolin' kit with the flip switch, bitch, that's the weapon. No drama.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.
This legend bring them sounds in one time.
I'm hard, and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And day 2 of full pads of New York Giants training camp is in the books. And it looks like the defense had their way with the New York Giants offense and team drills. The defense looked really good today. Kayvon Thibodeau looked like a beast today. Brian Burns was making plays today. Andrew Phillips was making plays today. Javarius Owens was making plays today. Nick McLeod looked good today. Cordell Flott got a couple of pass breakups on Neighbors today who didn't go a full go today, getting a little bit of rest, which is well deserved. Daniel Jones didn't look too spry today because that defense was just going at it today. Defensive lineman drills, the only player that really held their own was Andrew Thomas. Jermaine Illuminor did well. The defense took over today. So let's listen to what Josh Schmelk has to say about the practice today, and then we're gonna come right back. Let's get it.
Second straight day in pads for the Giants at the Quest Diagnostics Training Center. Here's what happened. First day of 9-on-7. It's a physical drill, and I thought the offense got the best of the defense. You had some big runs. The right side of the offensive line was really good. I thought Daniel Bellinger did a great job blocking at tight end. He also caught a deep throw on a play-action pass. In one-on-ones, while that was going on, Daniel Jones, Isaiah Hodgins connected on a deep throw. So did Tommy DeVito and undrafted free agent John Giles. Then the defense turned it on when they got the team drills. The biggest play of the day, Javarius Owens tipped interception to himself to turn the ball over. Andrew Phillips in one-on-ones had an interception, had a pass breakup later on. Trey Hawkins a couple pass breakups. So good action on both sides of the ball in the second consecutive day of padded practice.
Now, as you heard Mr. Josh Schmelk, the defense, when it came to the team drills, had a very good day. Andrew Phillips had a very good day in one-on-ones and team drills. John Giles actually had a very good play in one-on-ones today. So today, the biggest news today is the New York Giants signed Van Groten to the team as an offensive lineman. He will be playing guard, and they may start him next to Jermaine Illuminor on the right side and move John Runyon back to the left side. What that information says to me is that Evan Neal is having more issues with that ankle than originally reported, and he may not even be ready for the start of the season. And that's a major blow to his chances of becoming that right tackle that we need him to be, opposite of Andrew Thomas. So it looks like the starting lineup at the beginning of the season may be Andrew Thomas, Runyon, John Michael Schmitz, Van Groten, or Stinney, and light-skinned Jermaine as your top 5 linemen going into the preseason. And then we'll see how it goes through the preseason to the regular season. I think that's a very formidable lineup. You got some veterans. You got 4 good veterans, and a second-year man in John Michael Schmitz. And that may be what we need, man. Maybe we need some veteran leadership on this offensive line to get better, because the offensive line did not perform very well today. Bellinger especially did not block well today. Missed a block on Kayvon Thibodeau. Let him come straight through to Daniel Jones's blind side on that play. It was like the play that he did with San Francisco. So he has to clean that up. If he's going to be one of the best blocking tight ends on his team, he has to clean that up. And then one play, Kayvon Thibodeau just absolutely manhandled him to the ground, man. That was crazy. Glad that he was able to get back up. And he got pressure on another play where Daniel Jones has to step up in the pocket and throw it deep to Slayton in double man coverage. So this offensive line is a work in progress. I'm not going to say I'm afraid they're going to be super bad again, but I will say there's always going to be concern with the Giants offensive line until they show they can actually be an NFL caliber line. So I'm not worried about it. It's just natural instincts about this offensive line. You can talk to NYG about it. Surprised NYG ain't called me yet about the whole Van Grouten signing. Because that's pretty much saying that Evan Neal's not going to be ready. And they brought Van Groten in for that veteran leadership and he knows Brasillo's system just like Jermaine Illuminor. So if we could get those two guys on one side of the ball and they could hold that side down, that would be an absolute plus for this team. Now, talking about the secondary today, the secondary showed out today. Andrew Phillips making plays today, breaking up a pass to Wan'Dale Robinson, intercepting a pass on one-on-one drills. Nick McLeod showed out today, showing that he might want some number 2 cornerback reps with the starters. He breaking up a couple of passes today. Cordell Flott, not to be outdone, broke up a pass against Malik Neighbors today. Brian Burns almost got an interception today because of pressure getting on to Daniel Jones and he threw a bad throw. So this secondary, I know a lot of people are scared about this secondary, but I do believe the best thing to do is to see what these young guys have. They've released Aaron Robinson, who hasn't played since 2002, which I knew would be coming, especially if we signed at Groton. He'd be one of the first players that they release. And he did get released today. So Aaron Robinson is a free agent now. So once he clears waivers, and I'm quite sure he'll clear waivers, Cordell Flott and Nick McLeod, I believe that's your number 2 cornerback spot. Training camp battle. I'm actually leaning towards Nick McLeod. I think he's the veteran and I think he would play well. But I do believe Cordell Flott has the higher ceiling. So you have to see exactly what are you trying to do at the cornerback 2 position. I believe Cordell Flott is a guy that's more susceptible to give up big plays. I think Nick McLeod is going to be that solid corner that doesn't give up big plays, but he'll give plays up underneath. So yeah, I believe you have to pick your poison with those two guys fighting for the cornerback 2 position. I believe Andrew Phillips is putting his stamp as the slot corner starting this season. We're going to see what he does against the Lions next week in joint practices and what he could do in the preseason. But I don't see any way that he's not the starting slot corner for us this season. He's just putting out good tape out there, man, to be honest with you. So we already know that Deonte Banks is the number 1 corner. Now the safety position is getting kind of heated out there as well, with Tyler Nubin not being able to play. So is Dane Belton getting those valuable reps with the first team? Is he going to take over that safety spot until Tyler Nubin can get in there consistently and play? We will see. Javarius Owens today making an interception, the play of the day, trying to make a case to make this roster because Jalen Mills hasn't shown up yet. Yeah, there's a lot of competition out there on that defense, man. I can't wait to see what they do with this secondary. Be honest with you, I think the best lineup is Nick McLeod and Deonte Banks on the cornerback positions on the boundary, and Andrew Phillips at the slot. And then Cordell Flott could get in where he fit in. But you got to see what Cordell Flott has. He's going into his 3rd season. He was a 3rd round pick, so his contract is coming up after next season. So we'll see. The defensive line is looking as advertised. Hey, we got a Jordan Phillips sighting today. Jordan Riley, he's looking good. And Chapman is trying to find his way onto the roster. I think he actually has a pretty good chance to make this roster. But the edge rushers are as advertised. Ojulari is looking good so far during training camp. Hopefully he stays healthy. Brian Burns is as advertised. And Kayvon Thibodeau looks like he's on a mission this year. You can say all that stuff that you want about Kayvon Thibodeau, but he looks like he's on an absolute mission. He looks stronger. He looks more compact. He's using his hands more. He's using his speed more. I think those two guys are going to be deadly this year coming up, especially with Dex in the middle of the field. So the defense had their way with the offense and team drills today. So you know you're going to get the Daniel Jones slander. You know you're going to get the offense slander. But it is what it is, man. I want to see both these guys have their days. I don't want to see the offense killing the defense every day, and I don't want to see the defense killing the offense every day. You need that balance. You need people that have pride to go out there and get the job done when they didn't get it done the previous day. You're not just going to keep beating up on me. You're not just going to be able to keep throwing the ball deep to neighbors, or you're not just going to keep locking me up on the line of scrimmage to where I can't get into my routes. So you want to see that balance in practice. You want to see both sides win. And I don't understand cats in this fan base, but it is what it is. Another note that I see, Jalen Hyatt has been working on his route running, and he's looking like he's trying to turn into that number 2 receiver, man. I'm telling you, the couple of routes that I've seen him put on a couple of people, he put a nice route on Nick McLeod today, to where he caught an out route, stacked him. Gave him a head fake to the inside, went back to the outside. Daniel Jones put it on the money. It was completion for a 1st down. If Jalen Hyatt continues to do that and continues to progress his route running like that, we got absolutely 2 dogs on the outside. And this is not a shot at Slayton. I still believe Slayton's the better receiver right now. But Jalen Hyatt he's making it close, man. The way that he's working, the way that he's going out there running his routes, the speed, the subtle movements, he's starting to learn how to control that burst. And when he learns how to do that, it's on, man. It's on. So I'm definitely intrigued to see what Jalen Hyatt continues to progress during this training camp. And last but not least, Mr. Daniel Jones was inaccurate on a couple of passes today, but he was under pressure for most of the day today. That front 7 was not playing with them today, and I think that was minus Dexter Lawrence being on the field. So that's where the issues are coming from with the offensive line. I mean, if the defensive line can dominate like that without Dex on the field, that's a major issue. So we're going to have to get that corrected. Bellinger's definitely going to have to get his blocking corrected, because he looked out of sorts out there today, even though he got a good play action deep pass from Daniel Jones today, or was it Drew Lock? It was either one of them. But we got to get this offensive line fixed. I'm not saying it's a disaster yet. I don't believe it would become a disaster, but when we play better teams with good defensive tackles, are our guards going to step up and block to allow our quarterbacks to step up if we are getting pressure on the edge? Andrew Thomas is as advertised. He is stonewalling everybody. He's putting people out the club. He threw Kayvon Thibodeau out the club today, and he just manhandled Brian Burns today in one-on-one drills when it came to the defensive lineman and the offensive lineman. So Andrew Thomas is back to form. We just got to get everybody else up to par. The signing of Van Grotten is signing that I know that they may see some issues going on with this offensive line, especially with Evan Neal. More than likely, he won't be ready. Probably towards the end of training camp is probably the best case scenario. But worst case scenario, he's probably not even ready to start the season. May start the season on pup. And so light-skinned Jermaine will have to bounce to the outside, which I believe that's his best position. And heck, it might be addition by subtraction. So we will see. But full day of pass training camp 2, day 2 is in the books. Defense dominates, defense shines, and defense just puts foot to ass to the Giants offense today. And we'll see what happens during the next practice. But thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that big blue join button, and join the Big Blue crew and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. And the New York Giants full access merch is in the Big Pat Sports shop. Go cop you some merch. Not going to tell you guys again, I'm not going to continue to put out all this merchandise for you guys just to look. Cop you some merch. Let me know you copped it so I can give you a shout out in my next video, and send me a picture so you can be in the next New York Giants full access, man. It may even get you a one-on-one interview with Big Pat Sports Talk, so you can talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. I'm going to be starting that as well, so anybody that wants to get a one-on-one interview with me and talk your talk about the New York Giants, going to be setting that up to where I can get those videos out, because we love the fans here at the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. So one-on-one interviews with fans, if you want to talk your talk, definitely hit me in the DMs on Twitter and we'll get that set up. But thank you guys for watching, and until the next episode, you know what it is, man. Peace.
Hitting the mic, spitting the facts, coming with full access. Big Pat in the house with giant tactics. Eli's handoff, rapping the classics. 90s beats, we blast this in New York. Big Blue. Where the G-men roam, Super Bowls in the vault, that's the Empire's home. Red, white, and blue, where the legends are grown. Giants full access, this the zone, got the tone.